There we go. Hey guys, so Shani here is in Pakistan. He's preparing for a IELTS exam on it's the 14th, right?
Yes, yes.
14th.
I'm going to appear in 14th April.
Okay. And is the interview on the same day as the other parts of the test?
Um, I don't know exactly, and because my roll number is not showed there, so I don't know exactly about it.
Okay.
Yes.
It can be a couple days before, a couple days after, so that was kind of interesting.
No, just maybe one day before, or because the um, my test is on Saturday, so maybe I on Friday I have a speaking test maybe.
Hmm. Okay. So
Yeah,
how was your weekend? Not a lot of Easter celebration in Pakistan, I don't imagine.
my weekend, I have this stress of study, so my weekend is very boring. And but my after giving my test, then my weekend will be very great because I will visit the Lahore city, and um, I talk with my friend about that, and he asked me, "You come here, and then we will enjoy a lot there." Okay,
Cool.
yeah,
And yeah, that'll be good stuff. Um, I myself, I don't know if I told you much about the way I'm planning on learning French. Did we talk about that? Um, I the languages I studied, they were years ago, right? I studied Spanish and computer science in college, and that was like 25 years ago. And I also studied Portuguese. Um,
yes,
so now I'm planning on studying French, but I think the way that languages get taught usually is kind of silly. So um, it's a little late for your test purpose to do what I'm going to talk about. But as you continue to study English, when you learn, when you learn French, when you learn whatever, um, I think it's really good to like listen a whole bunch, read a bunch, and just don't bother trying to talk until you've gotten a certain level of understanding your brain can absorb. So um, I don't what are you trying to do to prepare for your last 10 days? Do you have any final things you're trying to prepare, or is it just sort
yes.
of
Yes, yes, I have made some timetable, and I'm also giving some time to my classmate. He is also going to appear in 14th April. So we made a schedule, and we are spending uh, one maybe almost 1 hour with each other, and in that time we speak our Q code activity and other answer questions about speaking.
okay? So again, it's more speaking. It's the stuff that you don't get that much of
Yeah.
in class. Make,
Yes, yes.
makes sense.
In class, we just spend 15 to 20 minutes for speaking, but that is not enough. So we are spending separately from class. So it is that maybe we in that time we discuss the topics with each other, and that is good.
I think a lot of it at your level is pretty good. So I think a good portion of what you need to overcome is just kind of the fear factor and freezing. Just stay comfortable. So
Yes,
that
yes.
you can get one of those. That that's what you don't want to have happen. So um, just being able get the ideas out of your head and verbalize them. That's the name of the game at this point. So you were saying you lived in Saudi Arabia, was it, for most of your life?
Just for a few years, not very most, because um, after after completing, I spent there my many years, but until I have not complete my matriculation. But after completing my matriculation, I came to the Pakistan, and now I cannot go there. In this way, I can waste my much time, and that is not good. Gap is not good for a student in higher study.
Um, Matriculation, high school, you mean? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, yes. High school. I mean, um, before completing my high school, um, then I went there and I spent some. I went there for twice, and I spent almost 5 to 6 years there. And after when I got admission in intermediate, I could not go again there.
Mm,
Yes, but if I have some time after uh, taking the test, then maybe I will go there, visit Saudi Arabia for few days.
okay.
Yeah.
Where else would you like to visit in the world? What travel destinations would you like to see?
I would like to go Australia. I'm doing IELTS just for to complete the requirement
Yep.
for the University of Australia, and that is the destination. That is my destination. I just want to go there. I want to get PR and live there in future.
Okay. Um,
Yeah.
Now, where is the university? Is it Sydney? Which city?
Um, in Sydney, and the university name is University of Western Sydney.
Okay.
But because there are my some cousins, but I prefer to get admission in University of Western Sydney. But if I could not, then I will get the admission in Latrobe. It is also the university in Sydney.
Okay. So you haven't been to Australia ever before?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I did spend some time in Sydney. I just remember I've talked to people that live near there, and some of them actually take a train like 2 hours. Sydney is crazy. It's got so much coastline. It's crazy, and
Yes, yes,
people come from north and from the west up to 2 hours on by train to come to the city to work, and then the same thing at night to go back home. It's there's a lot of people.
crazy.
There's a lot. It's cool. It's a pretty cool place.
Yes, yes, I heard that Sydney is very wonderful city. My cousins usually send me pictures, and when I see that pictures, I feel very jealous. I just want to go there. I wish to go there, and I want to spend my other life in Australia.
Cool. Well, I had some trouble just trying to understand the people. It's interesting. I mean, they speak English, yes. They sound different than I do. True.
Yeah,
But then there's like a whole Aboriginal group of people, and then they've got I just still don't even understand it. There are people in Australia that can speak what seems like it's English, but they're really speaking a different lingo completely. And I don't think it's a dialect. Some of what they can do, they've got some of it's called rhyming slang from oh, I'm not going to be able to think of which town it is in England. It's actually something from
their
England.
accent is very different. Their accent,
You think it's different?
you mean?
No. There are people that use just ways of talking. The combination of words they use is not normal English. It's just strange. And I had at least 2 coworkers when I worked in Sydney or in Melbourne that could talk to me for a half an hour. I swear, it sounded like English. I could probably write down every word, but I could not understand them. It
Uh,
very strange.
you
Very
mean their English is very hard, and you had headache when you heard them?
um I just found it very interesting. I just kind of stood there and smiled and shook my head.
Like me, I'm listening to you and smiling. I can. What can
No,
I do?
you're understanding me. These guys, the one guy JJ in particular, just it was amazing. So just watch
Hello.
out for that. There are people that totally speak 90
What did you say?
95% of them are good, but there's those few people over there that are really hard to understand.
Okay, okay. But they also speak English. Then why you could not understand them?
It's a whole different set of language rules that they were using. It wasn't normal English. It was kind of enhanced, modified. I don't know. I still don't know what it was they were speaking. And
Okay,
it's
okay,
only 5% of the people, but the ones that can do it, they really enjoy doing it. It's fun but
okay.
confusing.
Okay, so um, can I ask you when you are going to back your home country?
We did just go. We were there. We left on I think the 14th of December, and we were in the Chicago and Wisconsin are right next to each other. So we were in that area for about 3 weeks. We got back here on I think it was the 6th of January. Um, the real excitement was being in Chicago, and the temperature was minus 30 for 3 days in a row. It
Wow,
it was
everything freezed there.
I we lived in Chicago, and it did get to minus 30 while we lived there. Never for more than 1 day at a time. 3 days. Oh, that that was
But you
hard.
used to live here in hot weather, but that was very different for you, Hannah.
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's 30 or 35 degrees centigrade here every day, and yeah, then we had
That is
minus.
completely different.
Yeah, very different.
Okay, you just live there 3 weeks you said about, and that is not enough. Uh, how how is your family there in uh, America,
Yeah, pretty
except
close
of
to
you
Chicago.
and your wife?
Yeah, we flew into Chicago, and then it's about a 3 hour drive from the airport in Chicago to my parents' house
Okay,
up in Wisconsin. It's in the next state. Chicago is actually in the state of Illinois, and the next state up is Wisconsin. Um,
okay,
and I've never driven all the way to the north side of Wisconsin, but if you went all the way to the north, you end up in Canada. So um, it's the top end of the United States is where my state is, but
uh,
it's a pretty tall state too. I haven't looked it up. Actually, that's interesting. I wonder how long it would take me to drive from.
okay,
I'm going to check on that right
uh,
now as we're talking.
okay. And is Canada near to your in Chicago?
Yeah, it is. I mean, if you fly, it'd only be an hour, I imagine. But driving, yeah, it would take quite a while. I'm just going to look up here and see. I'm asking.
Can American goes to can American go to Canada to get PR or?
I think we probably can. It's the same kind of immigration process that they normally have for anybody. You know, I don't think we're anything special for immigration's purposes. You used to be able to cross the border with just your birth certificate. I don't know if you can still do that now.
Yes, I have seen one video that they are showing that the Americans can go there in Canada. There is one place they can cross the border. There is a gate, and they can enter in Canada.
Yeah, but
without any
without a
papers.
passport. Well, they'd have to have paperwork, or they'd be illegal. You'd have to at least have. It used years ago. It used to be you could enter with your birth certificate. You didn't actually need a passport. I'm not sure if that's still true.
Okay, you have the passport of two countries, Malaysian and American.
No, I just got the American passport.
Why not in Malaysian? Because you are living here for last 15 years, I guess.
I could go apply. I just have not.
Okay.
I can't tell on this map where the end of Wisconsin is. Let's see. Okay.
Okay, show me, and show me the map of your city and Canada. How much far is Canada from your city?
I'm finally getting, okay, so let me see here. I'm going to connect a second time, so hang on. Let me get my telephone here.
Okay. I think you went to a barber maybe today or yesterday, I think.
I think it was 4 or 5 days ago, but not that long ago.
No, 1 or 2 days, but just before, because I have seen you just maybe 3 days ago. I have seen you, but
my beard especially is much different. Yeah, the bad thing now, when I go and I get my beard trimmed, everything, the whole pile of
but your the beard very suit you. I know because I have seen you, so I suggest you to have a little big beard.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can get the map working here. I think this should show up now. So, yes. Okay. That's so this is still in Wisconsin. Let me try to scroll. Oh, I got to switch screens to do that. So if I scroll this a little bit more, nope, that's not what I wanted. So this place up here, if that's, that's not working so good. There's a place up here called Thunder Bay. So let's see if we can find that. Okay. So that is Canada. So.
Yes. How many kilometers far is from your?
It says 514 miles and
540 miles. Wow.
Yeah.
It is very long.
That's about 800 kilometers. 820 kilometers.
And the whole city where I have to go, and that is only 68 kilometers far from here. 68. And I think that is very long. I have to travel long for that. But it is more far than compared to my travel.
Okay. Well, here just to show you the United States map. So down here is Mexico and Texas and Arizona and such, Florida.
Yes.
So Chicago.
There is a big wall between. between America and Mexico. It is very long, and we cannot climb on that wall. Otherwise, I will go there. I would go there in America if I could
What is the
climb this.
progress? What's the progress on the wall? I haven't paid attention. Do you know how tall it is now?
It is maybe 50 meter tall. I don't know exactly, but I have seen some pictures. It is very long, but um, people go there illegal. Then also because there is a long and high wall, but
Yeah.
uh, people used to go there. Still, they go illegal.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. And forever in the United States, there's always this discussion. Well, how about the people that have lived in the United States already for 20 years? What should they do? Should they let them um, get U.S. citizenship? What do you think? Should they
Yes.
just kick them out, or should they give them a way to
No,
become
no.
citizens?
They never kick them out because they lived there the long time in America, so they should not kick them out. They should give them the passport, or they should give them the right to live there and they come back to their own country.
You're kind of generous, but I mean, it makes for people that have traveled to multiple countries. You've got family in more than one country. Um, that answer makes sense to me, having traveled, having family in a couple of countries. Um, there's Americans that just, all their family is local. So to them, it just seems like a horrible thing that these people are, illegally in their space. It's
Yes,
it's always a debate. It's one of those topics that gets lots of discussion.
yes, yes. And there are many people from my town and from the other towns which are known, and they went to the America, and they are earning a lot of money, you know, and they are illegal, but they are sending a big
Hmm.
amount of money to back their hair.
That's yeah. All that stuff happens. Um, there's the official stuff, and then there's the things that people do. I've heard. I probably haven't heard. I've heard very few stories, but once in a while I do hear about people that they had something happen. They were living in England and they just sort of left very quickly, and they're back to Australia or wherever. Um, I did
Yes.
I did hear a story of one guy one time. He was from Australia. He got a job up in England, and I believe the way the story went, while he was in the airplane, the company took away the job. The job went away. So when he landed, he pretty much just hopped in an airplane and went back to Australia. Um, I think I really did hear that story. It's been so many years now.
Yes, and you are drinking this coffee for a long time,
I drink a lot of
or
coffee.
maybe.
Yeah. And I like the mugs I've got, so it makes it interesting. This one's actually from this is from Door County in Wisconsin. So if I go back to my map over here,
Okay.
uh, okay, so yeah, that's wrong. There we go. This area here, can I get rid of my directions? So this area up here is Door County. So basically from where this highway is, all this stuff up here is called Door County.
Okay.
And it's really different. It's very different from a lot of the rest of Wisconsin. Oh my
Wow, it
gosh.
is very long.
It's a pretty long peninsula here. Yeah. From about Egg Harbor up to Sister Bay, this stuff especially, it's all a bunch of bed and breakfasts and handcrafts and just a lot of artsy type things. Um, some very expensive homes, lots of good restaurants. It's a pretty cool place. A lot of tourism up there.
Okay.
I don't know. Can you see this down here? It actually says there's a winter storm warning for east central Wisconsin. So
I am very wondered to see the map.
I don't see the outline of Wisconsin again. Sometimes it kind of shows up. So up in this area, they've got a winter weather advisory. So they're going to get snow
Your
today.
voice is not very clear.
My voice is not clear.
No. Sometimes because I think you are you have not take hand free.
No, I should be. This should be used.
So the voice is loud, and the voice my your voice is uh, have echo.
That one should be muted. I'm on a mic. I've got a headset, so it should be using my microphone.
Yes, yes.
I'll just verify what it says. Default built-in. Okay, how's that? Any different?
Um, I you speak, then I will judge.
Yeah. Okay. What might be happening? That I can hear my voice come out of my telephone over here, so it's possible you're hearing a bit of an echo through my headset from my telephone.
It's okay. It's okay. You carry on. It's okay.
If I move the telephone back a bit, that might help too. Let's see if I can. Even that little bit of distance might help a bit.
Yeah.
So, okay, so let me switch the map over here. Okay, so if I'm searching Pakistan now. So
Okay.
that's
Okay.
that's
I will
Lahore.
tell you that my location.
Yeah, where are you now?
In Sialkot.
Yeah, I forget how to spell that. Help.
Sialkot.
Okay. Okay, got it. Oh, this says 140 kilometers. Oh, that's double what you thought. I thought you said 70. Uh-oh, I've lost you. Okay, let's see. So it looks like this. So that's pretty close to the border of Afghanistan, or I'm sorry, of India, parts of India, I guess. And I recognize the city name Islamabad as well. Okay, what happened to Shani? He froze up. I wonder if he's coming back. Let me see. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm just trying to message him. I haven't seen anything from him, so I think this presentation may be over. So comparing our conversation just now with some of the IELTS sample interview conversation sessions that are on YouTube, he's doing well. Okay, I've got, let's see, I do see a message. There we go. Hey,
Hello.
welcome back.
I got you. Finally, I got you.
Did you go for coffee? You went for coffee,
No,
didn't
no.
you? You went for
I
coffee.
want just give me, I want it. And because I have not lunch. Still, I am waiting.
Okay. And what time?
Yeah.
Oh, it's late in the afternoon.
Yes, it is 4 p.m. now.
Wow. Okay. When do you have lunch
Yeah.
normally?
Um, I take breakfast at almost 10 to 11,
Okay.
and then my lunch is at 4 to 5, and dinner almost 11.
Later. Okay. So that sounds almost like the schedule we had when I lived in Spain. Breakfast. Well, breakfast was sort of 7 a.m. There was usually kind of a little break at 10 in the morning. Lunch.
Okay.
Lunch was like 2 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
And then
That is good time. I can say that is good time.
yeah, and then dinner for them. Lunch was usually a bigger meal. They actually do take siestas in Spain, especially the further south where it's warmer. And then dinner is like 9, 10, 11, and
Oh,
it's not that big a
it
meal.
is very late.
It
Dinner
is
is very late.
it is quite late. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just how they do things. But they actually work from like 8 a.m. till 2, and then from like 5 to 7 or 5 to 8, because they have lunch and then siesta. So they got 2 to 3 hours.
Yes, yes. And can I ask you what is your schedule? Because I see that always you are in your home. Uh, do you not go to outside?
I don't have a workplace. No, I basically work on my laptop. So yes, I get to work at home.
You
Um,
always stay home.
I do for the most part. Yeah. I've never done well trying to work at coffee shops. I don't know. I can't function very well. Um, I I'd like to be able to sit down. I'll sit here at my desk upstairs, or I will sit on my chair downstairs. I got a fluffy recliner type thing. Either place is fine for me. I got my laptop. I've got a desktop downstairs. Um, that works fine. That
You
works
all
good.
time you all time busy in WhatsApp groups or on internet, and you also spend your time with your cat.
My cat definitely gets my time. Yeah, he's behaving a little different now than he used to, but his basic pattern is he wants to go outside, so I let him out the door, and he jumps over the fence, wanders around, comes back about an
Okay.
hour or an hour and a half
How?
later, and he
Okay.
meows like crazy when he comes in the door, and he expects me to feed him right away. And I try to encourage
uh,
that behavior. So I want to make sure he's coming home to get fed. So as soon as he comes in and starts talking to me, I drop what I'm doing. I go feed the cat.
okay. How long have you been living with your that cat?
This cat is, I believe he's 3 years old. So I think we've had him 2 years, or have we had him for 3 years? I'm not sure if we've had him 2 or 3 years now. I'm not sure if he's 3 or 4 years old. He was 1 year old when we got him.
Okay. From where you got that cat?
It was about an hour drive from here. My wife, I don't know if it was Facebook or WhatsApp or how she found the person that had the cat, but somebody was.
Okay. Okay. Your wife made friendship with her on with him on Facebook, and then the cat come into your house. What are you saying? Don't know what are you saying about.
he didn't he didn't like us at first. No, I went and picked him up, put him in a little cat carrier, and put him in the back of the car and drove an hour to my wife's work to pick her up, and he didn't make any sound at
Okay.
all. And I thought he was going to be a really boring cat. Um, and then we got home, and it took him 1 or 2 days, and he was not happy. He figured he was kidnapped, and we were the enemy. And I had to medicate him. He had a couple problems. I had to put drops in his ears, and so he was fighting me. He bit me a couple times. He was scratching me like crazy. But I had to medicate him and things. It took I think it took a full 6 weeks before he finally decided that we were okay and this was home. Um, and the interesting thing was we had him we got kind of a bigger cat cage inside the house, and we had him in there. And after we let him out, after his medical things got better and when he was being friendly, let him out of the cage. He likes the cage. So I eventually moved the cage downstairs, and it's in the living room. He comes in the house, he goes and he lays down in there, and I got a little bowl of water for him, and he'll drink water there, or he'll go over. I've got a water fountain for him. He drinks both places. Yeah, he's a pretty happy cat. But that's different. I never gave my other cats a chance to like live in the cat cage. This one loves being in the cat cage. He'll come in some days and he just goes right in there. It's like he knows it's kitty zone, right?
Yes, yes.
So
It is very wonderful. And it is best to pass your time. Whenever it is your responsibility to feed him and to get him everything which he requires and which he wants.
well,
So
I've
in this way, and pass the time. But in my country, people people like to have some buffaloes or cows because the men love to spend time to care them
mm,
and to have the But
We don't actually have any yard. The what's out front, it's all tiled. We've got nothing out back, no garden. So we've got the house, and then we've got like the car patio and a gate. And there's no. We've got some plants out front, but they're all in pots, and they're in a little flower house kind of thing.
your house is like you are living in Kuala Lumpur in
We're
main
near,
city,
yeah,
or
we're in one of the suburbs of Kuala Lumpur, near the zoo, and we're in a link house. They call them terrace houses. So I think there's five. I think there's five houses in our building.
okay?
In the
You are
States,
living in apartment.
no, it's a house. It's a house. We got two
Okay,
stories.
okay,
So there's
and
five in a row that are next to each other
okay,
in
okay.
one building.
I understand. And it is a small town.
It's a suburb. Yeah, I mean they're building more stuff. There's a new mall, and they're putting in another a new train system. It's I'm not sure when that's all going to be completed. In about 3 or 4 years, there should be a lot more population here. Um,
Yes.
right now, it's still
Uh,
there's some shopping centers. There's kind of like small the actual neighborhood. They've got like 6 streets downtown, and that's where all the shops are. The hardware stores and restaurants and hair cutting places and pharmacies, and then the
yeah.
rest is all houses. So but
Okay.
there's
And
there's a good amount of construction.
just just few months ago, my cousin went to Kuala Lumpur for visit. He lived there for 2 weeks, and he captured some pictures. But Kuala Lumpur is very beautiful, and I love to see. I love to visit Kuala
Oh,
Lumpur, but
yeah, there's lots of stuff. And
yeah,
it's kind of crazy. There's like 3 or 4 different train systems. I mean, if you're trying to travel by train, um, it could be kind of crazy. I haven't used the trains in a good while, but yeah, there's like an express train from the airport that takes you to what's called KL Central, which is like a central train station, and it's got
yeah,
trains going lots of places. But then to connect to some of the transport trains for Kuala Lumpur, you ride one train for half an hour, then walk a couple blocks and go to the next place, and then you can catch the next train that goes further. It's kind of
yeah.
strange how they've set things up. It doesn't all connect.
And it is very hard to go one place to another because you have to change the train if you want to go there. Your destination.
People that use the transport system are used to it. I never learned it. It just seems kind of crazy to me. There are like 3 or 4 different sets of commuter, local city transport trains, and of course there's a
Yeah.
couple different bus companies, but the trains don't connect. It's just kind of crazy.
Okay. Can you tell me about the population of Malaysia?
Oh, I haven't checked on that in years. Last I checked, I think the total population was like 28 million, but 3 or 4, 5 million were expats, people from other countries. Let's see.
Okay.
Wikipedia. Let's see what Wikipedia says quick.
Okay. Yeah. The population of Pakistan is almost um, up to 20 crore.
It's what?
I mean, uh, up to 200 million.
200 million.
Yeah.
Wow. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, Wikipedia says the 2010 census came up with 28 million people.
28 million people. It is,
5 5.7 million on East Malaysia, which is the on the on the island of Borneo, and
yes,
22
yes.
million in peninsular Malaysia. And I don't see any quick number here about the expat. Another thing I wanted to check on the land area.
Okay, the land area is approximately 4 to 5 lakh, not above it.
I cannot hear you now. Is your microphone still plugged in?
Okay,
Ah,
yes, yes.
that's better.
Now you listen.
That's better.
Uh, I
Yes.
said that the size of your country, Malaysia, is almost 4 to not above to 5 lakh, I can say.
Lakh. Okay. What does that mean? That's an Indian Pakistani term. I know in numbers that means 100,000. Are you talking 100,000?
500, not above to 500,000.
500,000 what?
I guess it. I guess. Just approximately, I said.
But 500,000 what? Is that hectares or I don't see. Okay, I got the wrong section here, I guess.
Kilometer.
Oh, square kilometers?
Yes, square.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to give up on this. I'm doing badly at searching while I'm talking.
Okay. Where are you now? In your office or where are your living room?
No, this is an upstairs bedroom that I've been using sort of as an office, yes.
Okay, okay. And when will your wife come from the job?
She actually didn't go to work today. She wasn't feeling well. So um, she's downstairs with a migraine and I'm not sure what else. She's just not feeling well today.
Okay, okay. So, what are you doing to get a job?
I'm finding students online is what I'm doing.
But it is quite different, quite difficult job. You should do job because you have a great experience of computer. I don't know what computer, so you can get the job easily.
Yeah, I probably could. Now, I got a degree in Spanish and computer science, and I just decided I want to spend time with my languages now. I can take some of my computer and marketing experience and apply it to driving some traffic, and I got to set a couple things up. I haven't set up any offer site yet, so I got to set some of that stuff up in the next couple of days. Uh,
Okay, you are spending much time to learn the languages.
well, I studied the ones I know already years ago, so I'm spending time pretty much practicing them. I need more vocabulary for Portuguese, um,
Okay,
but as long as I'm talking, there are people that speak Spanish that I don't understand, but
yeah.
I'm pretty good in Spanish.
Uh,
So
French is also a language which is spoken in many countries in South America. You know.
South America, not so much. As a second language, maybe. Yeah. French Guiana is that in South America or is that in Africa? I'm not sure.
Okay, but these three languages vary. No, the four languages, the four European languages are spoken in uh, many countries of the world. English, Spanish, French, Portuguese, and quite famous in all around the world. South in the all America continent, South America, and uh, uh, maybe East America. Uh, the all languages are spoken, all European languages spoken in the America
Okay,
continent.
interesting. I didn't know that French was spoken much at all. Let's see. Brazil does say official language Portuguese, then Spanish, English, French. Okay.
Yeah.
French Guiana. French Guiana is in South America. I'm not finding a lot. I'll believe you today. I'll believe you today, but I might research that a bit. There's plenty of people from every country that live in every other country, right? So there are people from France that actually live. Pick any country. There's people from France that live there.
Yes, yes.
That's true.
And can I ask you one question?
Sure.
What do you think about Afghanistan? You are American, and what do you say about?
I don't know that much about it. I don't know what the current situation is. I guess they still have things aren't resolved over there, right? I'm not very well informed. Uh-oh. You've frozen again. Okay. I am actually on a Languages of South America site. So let's see. French. I'm just searching French, the word French on this page. French Guiana, French Guiana. Most South American countries mandate the regular study of one or more of English, French, German, or Italian. Okay. But studying French in school doesn't generally get people speaking French. Okay, so this web page anyway doesn't quite support what he told me. So Shani, I don't know if you're coming back. It is time for me to say that this call is over for the day. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say we're done. I don't see a lot of evidence of French in South America other than French Guiana. I'm sure there's a French population in every country, but it's not real significant. It's not it's not like New Orleans where they've actually got Creole and such. It's not like Canada with an entire portion of the country, couple states or territories, I guess they call them, that are officially French speaking. So anyway, guys, we will be doing this again tomorrow if you want to check it out. And I think Shani's in pretty good shape. Pretty much, there's a lot of people, if they tried to speak English like this for an hour, that they would just get wiped out, tired. They'd be searching for vocabulary and they'd be switching back to their mother language just from frustration after a while. There are definitely people that can start speaking just fine and say half an hour into talking, they get tired and you see them slipping back into their own mother tongue or another language. Shani's not having that problem. He talked just fine for an hour, right? We've had some audio issues and some video issues, but I don't think he had any language issues. And I didn't see him searching for words, right? So I think he's going to be in good shape, but we are going to keep practicing. And I'm interested to see. We've got 5 more days that we can talk before with things going on with his life, and I'm interested to see if we'll actually notice an improvement in his conversation from 5 hours. I don't know. We'll see. So, catch you guys later. Take care. Like the video, share the video, and come subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more of these videos. And there is actually a little notification bell you can click. And then when I'm live, when I upload a video, you'll actually get notified. YouTube will actually let you know. You know, you get ping, Tim did something. Fluent again did something. Okay, so catch you guys later. Ciao.